If you notice on Life After Death, there's not that much features. So
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Young Locks, they'd be featured on there. That was a nice accomplishment.
Man, Diddy should have had that nigga bulletproof, man. I still say that. Biggie, my favorite rapper, old. I be fighting over Big.
It's my favorite.
That nigga shouldn't have been in Cali. So niggas always look at it like that. No disrespect to nobody.
See, he shouldn't have been in Cali.
Yo, just gotta keep it.
No, but save it for your show.
What? Save it for what? I'm only gonna talk about.
No, it's a good thing to talk about.
What's the part?
That was our first time ever in LA. I was with him.
You was with it?
He was smiling. He was happy to be there. It's not one of them, I'm seeing all these shits on the gram, saying shits, Puff made him go there. He wanted to be there. He was happy. He was happier than I ever seen him.
Gotcha.
At Daddy's house over there.
Little C told us the same thing.
Party. Listen, I know you get mad.
I gotta keep it right.
You gotta let him talk.
You said your history story. Let me say my piece.
I got you.
Down to the party that you see, the last picture with the cane, the thing, him, Stevie J, Puff. We in there. We was mad. I don't know what son happened with Puff. We was over there, ice grill. We went over to him in that picture you see with the shades of the king. Him, shake that shit off, he told us. It was my single release. Whatever's going on with Diddy, we handle it when we get back home. Here goes so Chris Style or Don P, whatever was the thing. Gave us like 2 ounces. Said, go over there, shake, smile, nigga. Shake that shit off. We got my single. And that was the last shit he ever said to me. Everybody left, went to the party. Then that's when that shit happened. Next time.
What I could say to you is,
but Pac passed already. Why would you have him in LA? That's all I'm saying. Pac was dead already. You know the beef was.
Now that you think about it, it's a hard thing to say because I seen him. He was happy like Chris. He wasn't like, oh, they want to kill. That nigga was like,
he was chilling.
Yeah,
he was chilling.
I understand, but I just, in my mind, when I look at hip hop,
because we get to look at it.
Now we get to look at it being a little older. Now we older near that shit.
So y'all don't agree, but Pac just died.
No, when we look at it now, yeah, you're right.
He shouldn't have been over there, but what they're trying to say, what him and Little C said on here was he wanted to be there. It ain't like we thinking.
I was in the studio with Big though.
He had bar. He never
wrote.
Needed his studio. He wrote sometime.
What?
I have like a quarter of Smoking Line Optimals.
Smoking Line Optimals, money, holes, and clothes. All
that verse, I got the yellow paper.
Can I buy that?
Wow.
Hell
no.
Yo, I can't lie to you. I never said that. I was with Biggie when he did Hypnotize.
Look at
he was writing on paper.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I was with
You was
Biggie
in the studio?
No, Bigger writes
in the studio with Biggie Smalls when he did Hypnotize.
Somebody got a whole 3 verses of him written because even the shit I got is only a little bars, then the rest.
Gotcha.
We stayed about maybe 8 or 9 hours, and it got to a point where I was like, yo, Big, you haven't written anything down yet, bro. He goes, I'm ready. Like, you haven't written anything. He goes, I don't write nothing on paper. To see him just go in and go, live from Bedford Stuyvesant, son, the live one, we were like, oh, shit, the dude don't even write rhyme.
If you notice on Life After Death, there's not that much features.
So yeah, it wasn't.
Young Locks, they'd be featured on there. That was a nice accomplishment.
Man, Diddy should have had that nigga bulletproof, man. I still say that. Biggie, my favorite rapper, old. I be fighting over Big.
It's my favorite.
That nigga shouldn't have been in Cali. So niggas always look at it like that. No disrespect to nobody.
See, he shouldn't have been in Cali.
Just gotta keep it.
No, but
save it for your show.
What? Save it for what? I'm only gonna talk about.
No, it's a good thing to talk about.
What's the part?
That was our first time ever in LA. I was with him.
You was with it?
He was smiling. He was happy to be there. It's not one of them, I'm seeing all these shits on the gram, saying shits, Puff made him go there. He wanted to be there. He was happy. He was happier than I ever seen him. At Daddy's house.
Now I get where Jadakiss is coming from. And when I watched the Diddy documentary, this is how it was framed to me. They said Big had plans to leave LA. He had a flight booked to London, and that flight ended up canceled. That part was clearly mentioned. But I never took it as the documentary pushing this idea that Big never wanted to be in LA at all. To me, it felt like Big still chose to go because he knew he had real fans out there, real love, real support. The whole Pac situation wasn't something he felt responsible for. So in his mind, it was like, I gotta pull up, I gotta show face, I gotta show love. He always said he got love everywhere he went, and LA wasn't different. So I don't fully agree that the documentary was forcing that narrative, but maybe I need to rewatch it. What makes this wild is Jadakiss coming out now saying flat out that Big wanted to be there. And on top of that, other claims already got debunked, including the family reportedly saying the documentary suggested Puff charged Big's estate for his own funeral. Then Big's family stepped out and said straight up, no, that absolutely did not happen. That's important because it makes you wonder why they even had to clear that up. Was it because Puff already had so much real dirt in that documentary that people couldn't tell what was facts and what was dressed up for drama? We still don't know what was exaggerated and what wasn't, but watching certain claims get debunked like this definitely raises eyebrows. On the other side, I understand what Yayo was saying too. He felt Big should have never been out there so soon, maybe waited a year or two before pulling back up. Put yourself in that position. You're a superstar, there's rumored beef, something tragic happens, and suddenly eyes are on you like you had a hand in it. That's a heavy cloud to live under. And then imagine feeling like you can't even step foot in a city after that. Especially LA, a city that's beautiful, iconic, and full of history. That kind of pressure can twist narratives fast and leave permanent scars on reputations, even when the truth never fully comes out publicly today. I know exactly what that feeling is, and I'd hate to feel like I couldn't step foot in Los Angeles for that reason alone. I get that mindset of not feeling untouchable, but still thinking, I'm Biggie, I should be able to move anywhere. You've got millions of fans worldwide, millions of records sold, and a huge chunk of those sales are coming straight out of LA. The music is moving heavy there, the records are flying off shelves, so of course you feel like you need to be present, touch the people, secure the bag, and show love. But at the same time, people always say you gotta move militant in LA. Pull up, do the show, and bounce. No lingering, no extra hanging around, no unnecessary moments. Handle business, head back to the hotel, catch that flight, and keep it pushing to the next city. And yeah, that way of living is rough because nobody wants to feel boxed in like that. That's the downside of being flashy in the spotlight. When you're shining, chains out, success loud, you should be free to walk around without worry. But reality hits different when fame, tension, and perception all collide at once. You shouldn't have to move around looking over your shoulder like someone is waiting to test you. That's why you see certain artists like J. Cole moving super low-key, simple fits, regular tees, shorts, clean sneakers, nothing flashy at all. It's a smooth approach, laid back, almost like, what's there to take? No loud energy, no spotlight chasing, just calm movement and peace of mind. But I still hear what Yayo was saying too. He felt Big shouldn't have been out there at that time. And honestly, both things can be true at once. You can want to be somewhere badly and still know deep down you probably shouldn't be there yet. I've been in situations myself where I wanted to pull up, had no real reason to be there, and still went anyway. Luckily, nothing happened to me, and I'm grateful for that every time. That's why this whole conversation hits different. Wanting to be somewhere doesn't always mean it's the right timing. In Big's case, maybe it should have been a little more time, a little more clarity, and more information out in the open before making that move. Sometimes patience is protection, even when the desire to show face is real. You gotta let it be clear that this had nothing to do with you, period. And honestly, who knows if Big would have ever been able to really move freely in LA after all that. Pac was deeply loved in LA, and that love runs forever. There are certain legends the streets will never let fade, and Pac is one of them. No question, his spirit lives heavy out there, and that energy never left. Think about it, there are icons tied to LA in ways that never break. One put the city on the map, one represented the city on the court, one was born from the city itself, and the streets protect those names forever. That's why the emotions were always so intense. Like that famous line says, "Ladies love me long time," like Tupac Shakur. And that quote still rings loud today. So, to be real, I don't know if Big would have ever been able to comfortably return to LA, especially back then. That was the peak of the tension, tempers were hot, sides were forming, and everything felt charged. And people forget, it was never really Big versus Pac like that. There was love there, history there, and a bond that got twisted by chaos, noise, and outside forces. It's just such a messed up, heartbreaking situation to even think about. And this really ties back to that whole after the streets mindset. You look around and start asking, what are we really losing our lives over? What is all this pain actually for? People break codes, tell stories, and still stay free, still sell records, still live comfortably. So it makes you question why some rules get respected while others get ignored. I understand that way of thinking, I really do. I understand that mindset completely. I just wish people remembered how young they really were. Pac was only 26, Big was just 23. Yeah, legally they were adults. But looking back now, with age and perspective, they were still so young. Not kids, but definitely young men with so much ahead of them. There was so much more life to live and so much more music left to make. That's the part that hurts the most. I'll be honest, it took me years to fully accept that Tupac was really gone. For a long time, it didn't even feel real. Only in recent years did it finally sink in, like, yeah, this legend is truly gone. For decades, it felt unfinished, like something was still missing, and that feeling still hits heavy today. And that's really the part that sits heavy with me every time. Two legends gone before they even hit their prime, before they fully saw what their lives could have become. When you're young, everything feels urgent. Everything feels like it has to be handled right now. Pride is loud, emotions are high, and nobody is thinking about 10 or 20 years down the line. Back then, the energy was different, the pressure was real, the expectations were wild, and the spotlight was unforgiving. Every move got watched, every rumor got amplified, and every misunderstanding turned into something bigger than it ever needed to be. That kind of environment doesn't leave much room for patience or clear thinking. And that's what makes it so tragic. These weren't reckless people with nothing to lose. These were artists, changing culture, feeding families, and inspiring millions. One wrong night, one bad decision, one moment of chaos, and everything stops. No do-overs, no second chances, just silence where greatness should have kept growing. Looking back now, it just feels like the world robbed us of what was still coming. More music, more growth, more wisdom, more evolution. That loss still echoes today, and it always will, no matter how much time passes. I was sitting there like, I don't know, man. This dude was dropping new albums non-stop back to back for years. You can't tell me he just magically recorded all that music and then one day it suddenly dried up. Either he was way ahead of his time or something else was going on behind the scenes. Who knows? None of us really know how deep that vault was, but it always felt like there was more coming. That's why this whole situation just feels sad and heavy. And honestly, I don't think this is over. I think we're going to see more people step forward, fact-checking and debunking parts of that Diddy documentary piece by piece. Some things might hold up, but others clearly don't when people close to the situation speak up. And I gotta say this too, I owe Marlon Wayans that acknowledgement. I still believe most of what I said, but I now understand his point about narratives. Some moments in that documentary were framed in a way that absolutely creates a certain story, even if that wasn't the intent, especially when you haven't fully watched it. That perspective matters. Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Jada? Do you think Yo-Yo was right? Do you think both can be right at the same time? And where does Marlon land for you? Make sure you subscribe to Dripzine, like this video, share it, and click hype on it. It's free. Thank you for rocking with the channel.